So for practice this morning, stand up, come to the front end of the mat. Extend the arms down by your side. Find a gaze ahead or close the eyes if that's comfortable for you. We're beginning here in mountain pose. Rock just a little bit forward so most of the weight comes into the toes. Kind of have to grip a little extra to stay upright. Pull up on the thighs, tone in the abdomen, and then rock just slightly backwards. Come back to rest into the center. Sway a little bit over towards the right side. Sway over towards the left side. How does the body compensate, change, and create the balance through all of these different little changes? And then do again, try to find back to your neutral, back to the center. Try to notice when you are a little bit off balance today. And in that noticing, drawing yourself back in. Lift the arms up to the sky, open the eyes. Exhale, forward fold. I know sometimes for me, I spend so much time, let's say metaphorically, rocking forward onto the toes and gripping, that I'll forget that that's what I'm doing. So today, physically in the practice, try to remember and bring ourselves back to neutral. Hang here in ragdoll pose. Such an important piece. Really release. Let the knees bend. Let your belly be full and easeful in the breath. Shoulders relaxed, head relaxed, everything. Let it be. And then change to all fours. Hands under the shoulders, knees underneath the line of the hips. Cat and cow. Here in cat and cow as ever. The inhale, drop the belly, pull the chest through, eyes, tailbone up to the sky. The exhale, round the back, press down through the hands and knees. Find some tone in the abdomen. One more breath like this. Downward facing dog. Tuck the toes, lift the hips up and back. Big full body stretch. Pedal the feet here. Finding those imbalances in the hips from side to side so that you can come back to the center. And then bring the right foot forward into your low lunge. Take a few steps to get there until you find your full stride. Make the back leg straight with the hips high enough that you can press energy all the way out through the back heel. Let's take the right hand high. Reach and twist. And then today, heel toe the right foot a little further out to the side as you set the back knee down. Pull the back heel in, back toes in, I should say, to the hand. Grab the quad stretch here. Release the quad stretch. As you come around to downward facing dog, we'll take it into our figure 4. So that same right leg, cross the ankle over the thigh, point the knee out to the side, bend your left knee a lot so that you can sit in and feel the opening and stretch here in the hips, glutes. All right, set the right foot back down. Let's give it a go on the second side. So left foot forward into your twist, into your lunge. Hold the lunge first. Getting ahead of myself. And then open up for the twist, left hand high. From the twist, we take the left foot a little bit more out to the side, back knee down, and pull the back foot into the left hand. One thing I always find so fascinating about the physical practice, the asana practice, is that neutral does change through just a half an hour on the mat. So being good to yourself about where balance and center is in that first quad stretch. It might change if we did it again later. Come all the way back to downward facing dog and then cross the left ankle over the right thigh, bend the right knee to sit into the hip. Set the left foot down, full downward facing dog again here. And then look to your hands and make a walk forward to the front of the mat, back into that ragdoll hang. Roll it up to standing. Mountain pose, where is that neutral? Where is the center balance for you here? Sun salutation A, inhale, lift the arms up to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Step back to plank. Lower flat down to the yoga mat. Peel the chest up for cobra. Change to downward facing dog. Several breaths. Look forward to your hands now and come all the way forward. Inhale, half lift, forward fold. Again, inhale, stand up, lift the arms to the sky, palms together, center of the chest. We do it all one more time. Inhale, lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, extend. Step back to plank. Lower flat to the mat. Inhale, peel the chest up, cobra. Good. Exhale, downward facing dog, hips up and down. Next, inhale, look in between the hands, step or jump forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Stand, reach the arms to the sky. Palms together, center of the chest. 2 steady breaths right here. Since balance is the name of the game today, let's do tree pose. Take your right foot onto the left leg and it can be a lower tree pose. Foot closer to the ankle, staying on the shin, or pick it up higher to the thigh. Extend the arms up to the sky. Try to relax the shoulders and face as you stand in balance. Release the arms and release the leg. Right into the second side, place the left foot onto the right leg. Again, picking a lower height or up high above the knee. Do your best to push the heel into the thigh back in to the heel. If you're on that higher angle, that'll help keep secure as you lift the arms up to the sky. Lower the hands and lower the foot. A little bit of a kick. Stand at about the center of your mat. Face the short side and pick your right knee up into the chest. I want to think kind of like a little pendulum swing here. Bend your left knee and then swing your right leg back behind you. And do this a few times as you come all the way upright. Pick up the right knee. Swing and kick back. 2 bent knees the whole time here. Do it one more time. Lift the right leg forward and then swing back and stay here. Warrior 3, straighten the right leg. Extend the arms forward. Go for a straighter standing leg as works. And then come back 2 feet on the ground. Lift the left knee up into the chest. Notice where the weight in particular is sitting in that standing foot. That'll help be a guide as to how to balance as you move along here. Kick the foot behind you, swing the torso forward. Bigger bend in the standing knee there. And then back upright, pull the left knee towards the chest. And back. Torso swings forward, leg swings back. Do it one more time. Lift upright, left knee towards the chest. And back. Stay here, more of a T shape in the body. Straighten the left leg, try to square off the hips. Send the arms forward. Straighter standing leg as works. And return 2 feet to the mat. Utkatasana, chair pose. Bend the knees, sit into the thighs. Keep extending the arms out and more up and look past the fingertips. Draw the navel back. One more breath here in Utkatasana. And then exhale, forward fold. Touch down to the ground. Make your legs as straight as they'll go now, keeping all 10 fingers on the floor. Walk the hands a little bit forward and the feet a little back until you're in downward facing dog. We'll start with left leg high. Lift the left leg high to 3-legged dog. Bend the knee, open the hip, meaning point the knee more up towards the sky as you kind of open and twist the torso towards the left. Foot should go over towards the right shoulder. Pull the knee now in towards the chest, hover forward. Like plank pose with knee lifted, keep it lifted, hold it there for 3, 2, 1, and step the left foot all the way through. Come on up to high lunge, arms to the sky. Keep the hips, shoulders square to the front of your mat. Back leg as straight as it'll go. Hinge forward and take the twist, palms together. Right elbow goes to the outside of the left thigh. Feel free to look down here to make the balance easiest, or even take the back knee to the floor for a little double stability there. Where are you balanced today? Okay, as we untwist, we got one more thing on this side. Spin the back heel down. Come all the way to warrior 2. So hips, shoulders open up to the side of the mat. We were playing with that a lot last week in classes. Wanted to see it one more time. Look out over your left fingertips. Bend the front knee a lot. Push the weight into the back leg at the same time. Nice work. Cartwheel the hands all the way down to your low lunge. Step to plank pose. Lower flat against the mat. Belly down, back bend here. Extend the arms behind you. Turn the palms to the sky. Lift everything up. And as you lower it down, press back to child's pose. Take a little chill moment here in child's pose. Walk the hands a bit over towards the right side. Walk the hands across the center over towards the left side. And back to the middle. Change to downward facing dog. Tuck the toes, lift the hips. Lift your right leg up into the air, 3-legged dog. Bend the knee, open the hip. So here the foot should go more towards the left shoulder. At the same time as the belly kind of turns towards the right side. And draw knee to chest, hover forward in plank pose. Pull the knee a little higher, heel a little higher, stay right there for 3, 2, 1, and step it all the way through into your lunge. As you find your full stride, pull the torso upright, arms to the sky, and your high lunge. Keep finding the little adjustments that bring us towards center here, towards balance. Constant play. All right, hinge forward, add the twist, left elbow to the outside of the right knee. Honor if this side is different, what you need to change up to find the balance here. As you untwist, keep the weight more forward into that right leg so it's easier to rotate. Push down through the back foot and come upright into warrior 2. Now it's that nice deep bend in the right leg. Look out over the right fingertips. Try to soften in the shoulders. Lower the hands back down, cartwheel around the front foot. Change to plank pose. Again, lower to the mat, hands back behind you. You can leave them open or interlace the hands this time. Lift everything up. Lower down, again, push back to child's pose. This time, let's get our twisted child's pose in. So I like to lift up about halfway, thread the right arm under the left, and then sit further back again, hips towards the heels. As side of the face, right shoulder go to the mat. Untwist the right hand. Take the left arm underneath. If this feels better with the hips more lifted, you're free to do that option. And unthread the left hand. Again, downward facing dog. Lift the left leg up into the air, three-legged dog, so we're back to the left side. Again, bend the knee, open the hip. And then pull the knee into the chest, hover forward, hold it in that hover. And step it all the way through. Something different here, pyramid pose. Take the back foot, hop in about half a foot. Spin the back heel down with two straight legs. Bring the hands to the waist and lift the torso about halfway up. But try to keep the torso parallel to the floor. And then extend the right hand out in front. Extend the left hand out in front. That same balance and stretch work that we need in Warrior 3 now here seen in pyramid. Take the hands down to your front big toe. Slowly round the back as you come over the extended leg. And wake this up into a twisted triangle pose. Right hand down on the ground. Take it on either side of the foot. Lift the left arm up to the sky. Think more parallel in the torso with the ground again, so it's a longer spine. And stand all the way up. That's a tricky balance, coming all the way upright, arms to the sky. Open hips and shoulders to the side length of your mat. Take a little longer stance. For regular triangle pose here, reach as far as you can towards that left foot. Left hand down to the ground, right arm up to the sky. The balance necessary, the compensations to find center. So different, at least for me, in straight-legged poses. Look down to the floor. Take both hands down and circle back to your low lunge. Step to plank pose. Lower flat down to the mat. This time, hands behind your head. Keep the legs straight and lift everything that we can up. Lower down, press back to child's pose. Change to downward facing dog. Let's give it all a go on the second side. Lift the right leg high. Bend the knee, open the hip. Pull the knee into the chest, hover forward, hold it there for a moment. Opportunity to kind of round the back, connect strong into the abdomen, and step it all the way through. Okay, a slightly shorter stance. Hop the back foot in a little bit. Spin the back heel down so we're about heel to heel in alignment. Try to get both legs straight by bringing the hands high to the waist. Lift the torso until the legs can straighten. Now push down a lot into the front big toe and the back outer heel. Extend the left arm straight out in front of you. Extend the right arm straight out in front of you. And it's a slow round or curve through the spine to send the fingers down towards the right toes. You're coming into a longer extension of the spine again to get the left hand to go down and the right hand now up in your twisted triangle pose. Do try to keep the weight balanced out. Push through the back foot. And then stand upright. Lift both arms to the sky. And face the left long edge of the mat as you heel toe the left foot a little bit back to create space for full triangle pose. Hinge and reach towards the right foot. Lower the right hand down, left arm up to the sky. Keeping both arms, both legs as straight as possible. Look down at your right foot, bend the right knee, change to your lunge, and then step back to plank. Lower to the mat. This time, arms straight out in front of you. Our superhero pose. Inhale, lift. Lower down and press back to child's pose. And just one more time through downward facing dog. Lift the left leg up into the air, three-legged dog. Bend the knee, open the hip. So these transitions stay with us, but we're changing the poses in between. Pull the left knee into the chest, hover forward. Step the foot all the way through. You're gonna kind of add some pieces of the pie together here. Come upright into your high lunge. And then hinge forward and go to warrior three. Give the weight to the left foot, drag the right leg up. Here, can you balance into half moon pose? Lower the left hand down to the ground, so you have left foot, left fingertips down. Open the right side to the side of the mat, up towards the sky. Half moon pose. Gently set the right leg back down to the floor and find warrior two. And from warrior two, a second look at triangle pose. Straighten the left leg. Left hand down to your leg or the ground. Right arm up to the sky. Look down, both hands circle around the front foot into your low lunge. Step back to plank. Lower to the mat. Any form of your belly down back bend. Hands can go back, forward, to the head, interlace. Lower and push to child's pose. Downward facing dog. Let's do it all on the right side. Lift the right leg up into the air. Bend the knee, open the hip. Pull the knee into the chest and hover forward. Turn on the abdomen right there in the hover. Keep it engaged as you step right foot through. Come up to high lunge. Hinge forward as you lie the belly down onto the right thigh. Drag the left foot in until you can come up to warrior three. Notice if this warrior three feels a little more easeful. Easeful, maybe not the right word, but engaged. Half moon pose, right hand down. As the left leg stays lifted, lift the left arm to the sky. Warrior two, take the back foot all the way down as you circle up. Perhaps just a little bit more assured on the second look at each of these poses. Triangle pose, straighten the right leg, hinge forward, get your lengths first, and then right hand down, left arm up. Lower the left hand down, come into a low lunge, and then step right foot back into plank. Lower down to the mat. Let's do cobra here. Press down through the hands and feet to peel the chest up. Downward dog. So take hips all the way up and back. Downward facing dog. How has down dog changed in the past 30 minutes of coming in and out, and where is it balanced now? Nice and easy. Take the knees down to the mat. Do a couple rounds of cat and cow. And then we'll get off our hands for the rest of the practice. When ready, come to a seated position. Sit all the way down. Extend your legs straight out in front of you. Okay, we're returning to the tree pose balance here. Place your right foot against the left leg so that the knee opens wide out to the side. Stand up tall or sit up tall through the spine. Take both arms to the sky as well. Still putting the mindset into those tall standing poses. How much engagement in the core is necessary as you hinge over the extended leg. And then release the arms and let the spine curve a little bit more so that the pose becomes more relaxed and easeful here. A seated forward fold. Legs like tree pose. Walk the hands back in, torso back upright. Fold the right knee into the chest, step the foot across and go into the twist here. Hold the front of your shin or elbow to the outside of the right thigh. All right, inhale out of the twist, both legs straight, a little bit of a shake. Let's try those two actions on the second side. So left foot comes in like tree pose. Sit up tall, lift the arms to the sky. And hinge forward, keeping the strength and engagement. And then eventually dropping the hands down, letting the upper body soften a bit more with it. Slowly come back upright. Pull the left knee into the chest, step the foot across, and twist here. Look out over the left side. Try to keep long through the spine as you twist and look to the left. And inhale, come out of the twist. Again, both feet straight out in front of you. A little bit of a shake. Okay, we'll lie down onto our back and we'll recreate those same positions one more time. Pull the right knee into the chest. And then set the right foot to the inner left thigh and point the knee out to the side like you're lying down in tree pose. And reach the arms overhead. At times taking the same poses, standing, seated, lying back, help me to understand where are my tendencies in terms of a lean or an imbalance. Pull the right knee back into the chest here, and then cross the right leg over to the left side so that you get a twist and extend the right arm out. Feel free to look up or over the right hand. Come out of the twist, two straight legs. Pull the left knee into the chest. Sole the left foot onto the inner right thigh. Let the knee go out to the side. Stretch the arms overhead. And then change to the twist. Left knee comes back in, cross it over. Extend the left arm out. As you come back around to the middle, hug both knees at the same time back into the chest. Rock around a little bit. You can stay with this rock of knees to chest or take it to happy baby and rock. Taking knees wide for happy baby. Hold on to the edges of your feet. And then any last little bits of movement, another pose that would feel right to you, add that in here. From those last bits of movement and unwinding, we're ready for our final pose together. Find stillness lying down on the ground or a seat. The ancient yogis that brought us these traditions would certainly say this is the important asana after the movement, the stillness. Allow the mind to drop from its wandering thoughts and just be here. A few more breaths. For those lying back, take your time to come back to a seated position here. It's a way of offering yourself gratitude for taking this time for practice. Place palms together, thumbs to your sternum. And that gratitude goes out to those around you and those you'll greet throughout the day. We'll close in the sound of Om. That sound of Om is the way of bringing the gratitude and greeting along with you through this day, transitioning from now to then. Deep breath in. Namaste.